Welcome back, everybody, to the Slice. This is our what would you call these things? Our question of the week.
Or
right?
economic analysis.
Economics, because we like counting numbers and doing.
I was horrible at this in high school.
Cruz got a C- in economics.
A
in high
D.
school.
D.
I passed with an A because my professor gave shit about our class.
I passed with an A because I gave a shit about the class.
Yeah.
How did you get a D in that class? That class was fun.
I didn't give a shit about that class.
That class was so. The teacher was just.
Shit, we can say shit, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, relax.
Yeah.
I said that
This
shit.
is the South Park. We're
Shit.
only allowed 5 shits and you just ruined them.
I have to bleep all of these. This Reddit is so lame. Can't I just do like all these like it's I can't get to that level. Anyways,
Okay, this is what I like about our economics teacher. He put all the smart students together and he put all the dumb students together. And when we complained, like, that's not fair, he went, that's life.
you know, I like that. He let all the people who thought they could get away with life and just like go die.
He's like, wait, this isn't fair. My partners are gonna do stuff. And then we was like, that's life.
No, we didn't. We were like, it was a pirate ship. It's just like, who's in charge of this ship? I don't know. Our teacher's trying to sleep with some of these 16-year-olds.
You know, he single-handedly made me want to study economics.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool. Man.
Shout out to Mr. Barker.
You got me into cereal.
All right, what was the? we're trying to do a show here. Let's get on to the show, boys. Topic of the day: do TV networks need to step up their budgets on their TV series, especially during the streaming wars? Gentlemen, may you have an opinion on this?
I told you I was gonna find evidence to
I love his evidence.
go against this, but everything I looked up says
Okay, my question is, why were you trying to go against this?
because TV's been around so long.
So was the radio.
But the radio's still being used, but not as TV purposes. But
It used to be the.
that's what I'm
TV,
saying. It used to be the TV, and I'm like,
It
well,
went way of the dinosaurs and it went to radio. It went to
Networks
cars.
networks are still around, but not in the TV sense.
yeah. You know, the only thing saving TV right now is Grey's Anatomy, 911, and Kardashians.
Okay, so are you more the kind of like holding on to something type of thing? Like
Not holding on, but it's like
what
like,
do you call those?
it's like I don't have cable right now, but if I had cable,
A hardliner.
hardliner.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Like I don't, you know, if I'm not on Netflix,
Do you mostly watch a lot of networks?
I watch a lot of TV shows. I mostly CW, Fox.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I watch.
Yeah, so you're kind of more biased because you don't have.
You just don't want it to go. Basically, like you
Eventually, Fox is probably going to leave and make its own streaming.
eventually, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to make its own streaming thing, or it might team up with one of the
I
streamers.
just gave up. He's like, eventually they're gonna leave us all.
Yeah, like
Eventually, the Titanic.
But right now, I'm
is
saying
sink.
you're more biased because you don't have, like, I guess,
More
everything-
things to watch.
More things to
Yeah.
watch. I mean, if anything, all you have right now is just one streaming service, right?
I got Disney, Netflix, Hulu, and that's it.
You got
That's HBO.
CBS too.
I don't have CBS.
Okay, get over each other. Anyway, CBS sucks though.
It does.
It does. Oh, anyways, okay, so that's pretty much why you were kind of more.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
didn't
like.
have-
I'm hanging on there, but you know,
Even though you have Netflix, Hulu, and
Since-
they basically are the same.
That's like saying like I'm plowing other women, but I refuse to divorce my wife.
Yes.
you know, 3 million people cut the cord in 2018 because all these streaming services are available.
Yeah. Oh, and also, like, not only just that. Remember, cable has become like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you got DirecTV, you got Dish, and then now they're pulling. They're basically doing exactly what the streaming wars were doing before them. Before the thing, they were already stealing networks. Like, oh, we have Fox. Oh, we have Channel 5. Oh, we have TBS. We have this. We have HBO. We have this. So it was already
you
being
want
done.
your Dodgers? Get Spectrum.
But it took them decades to fall into that trap, while streaming has already fallen into that.
Really?
I mean,
doing that already.
yeah, like for streaming, it's like, oh, we have this, we have that. It's like there's over 20 streaming services that you can just Google, and in a front page it'll have that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this has Fox, this has these movies, this has this. You gotta have like 5 or the minimum 5 streaming services if you want to watch everything you want these days.
Okay, let's talk about TV networks. Do they need to step up their budget?
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially now. I mean, but no.
I don't think so.
No. You think what should they be going the way
of those CGI shows?
No. But listen, these days CGI is inexpensive. There is no reason a show should have bad CGI.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have to pick up their game.
There's no
there's some shows that do show me that they do.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a money.
Flash.
It's not a money issue.
Yeah.
It's just bad directing. Bad. It's a behind the scenes thing. It's not money. $1 million. Well, I mean, people on YouTube can do big budget CGI.
You heard it here, folks. Carl just called out TV networks for being lazy. That's the reason why you guys can't have a good-looking King Shark
Exactly.
or a Gorilla City.
It's just laziness. But I think that money.
Hence, they need to pick up their game.
Well, that's not what he asked. He asked, do they need a bigger budget? And
Pick up the put budget. I guess,
to put money in there. And I don't think they need a bigger budget. No. They need to pick up their game with stopping that laziness that allows for this. But
so it doesn't even have to do with the budget, almost, right? Or does it like?
Well, I mean, you still need a decent budget. I mean, the Mandalorian. I mean, it wouldn't look as good.
15 million per episode.
Yeah, exactly. Total 100 million for the first season.
Yeah.
So obviously it wouldn't look good if it was just
shows right now like The Flash, which is probably one of the most high like CGI thing. $1 million.
Yeah, but I mean, like a $1 million episode today looks better than a movie 20 years ago.
True.
It shows you that.
But then again,
we've passed a threshold
yes.
where CGI is now so ubiquitous, it's accessible to almost any studio.
True, but like I said, you're comparing. Let's compare Mandalorian or like not a Mandalorian. What's a new? I'm thinking a good superhero show. Oh, Daredevil cruise. Didn't really use any CGI.
Yeah,
but it was a good budget. Like they used a good budget, and I mean they still outdid. I'm looking more of the budget of like better things, like step up their game, because with a bigger budget you gotta make a better show, right?
Yeah.
So you expect to do that. Obviously that's sometimes not the truth. It flops. Movies that cost so much money, they flop. But I mean, my thing is like if you want to raise the stakes and actually try, you would want to raise your budget,
well,
right?
Here's where I think it'll equalize, because most budgets today, big movie budgets, most of that budget goes to actors.
Yeah.
For the payroll. So now that you have this day where there's so many things being produced, that creates a higher demand for actors.
Yeah.
Higher demand, more will step up. That means there will literally be an influx of hundreds and hundreds of actors. That means these big name actors, now they got to compete more.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to ask for the same thing unless they want to miss out on a good gig.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. So it's gonna even out with that. Because now you're gonna have good actors that aren't worth as much as, say, the previous generation, where it was like, how much did Robert Downey Jr. get paid in the last movie?
A lot.
Movie. But now where you have
movie.
Imagine if you had 10 Robert Downey Jr. class actors all competing for the same job. You could be like, oh, we can pay them less because if you don't want it, someone else will take it.
Yeah. Cruz, got anything on this? Yes? No?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, he's still brainstorming.
I'm still brainstorming. I'm trying to contradict his.
But that's where I think it's gonna even out, because I'm not saying movies don't need money or shit, but I think it's gonna even out.
So what you're saying is when it comes to TV networks, it doesn't really matter anymore about the them trying to put a bigger budget into a show.
I think we've gotten to the point where what it takes to make a good show can't be bought. It has to be kind of like Jon Favreau. It's not that they're paying him so much money to make a good show. Yeah. It's that he's passionate about what he's working on. That he loves what he's working on. That makes The Mandalorian great.
So right now,
you gotta find the right tools and the talent. That's where the effort.
But that's where the money comes in hand.
But that's the thing. Jon Favreau's not being paid more than another producer. He's not the top paid producer. So it's not money. It's about finding the talent. Yeah. I mean, you could get Spielberg to direct Star Trek. He's one of the highest paid directors in Hollywood. Yeah. That doesn't mean he's gonna make a good Star Trek because he doesn't know Star Trek.
True, that's true.
But you can find guys on YouTube making fan films that are 100 times better than what they're producing in Hollywood. It's not the budget, it's finding the tools and the talent. That's what I think. And the fact that there's so much being made today means that you're kind of throwing a bigger net. You're going to catch more upcoming directors that are able to go.
So, let me stop you there. So when it comes to TV networks, and like Cruz said something earlier, that majority of the stuff that is holding TV networks shows are like kind of BS, The Voice,
Kardashians.
Yeah, stuff that's not really
mass produced
stuff. I mean, what's your thought on like the fact that would they still be doing this just to kind of keep their?
There's always mass produced.
Do you think they stopped carrying like some networks? They just stopped. I mean, you have shows that be running for like a long. Big Bang Theory.
These shows don't last because they're trash. They last because people watch them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people watch them.
Yeah,
this is what people want. This is a democracy. People want what's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, there's always
what's easy. So is that bad then? If it's easy,
there's always gonna be a need for it. It's always gonna be around, and you should just accept it.
Have there been something that you've watched that has been easy and you feel ashamed about it?
American Idol.
You, Cruz, American Idol?
Yeah.
You feel bad, huh?
Yeah. Why am I still watching this shit? All the people you want to win don't win. The person that wins doesn't even get a record label. It's always the second person that wins.
How about you, Carlos? Anything you be watching that you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I conforming?
Excuse me, sorry.
Of course, no.
I don't know. I gotta
but you have thought of it, huh?
Yeah, we've all watched stuff that's been like, this is bad for me, but screw it.
Yeah, there was a time I was watching Keeping Up. Was it the Kardashians? There was a time. Well, I mean, hey, Kim, she was.
There was a time I was watching Total Bellas.
She's a beaut. There was a time where she was like, hey, I would kill for you. That's true. Yeah. I have fallen into that pit. Yeah.
No matter how much you like to think you're above it.
Yeah, it's like VH1. They used to put those celebrities in those houses.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god,
or MTV.
This is terrible. MTV. Yeah, I would watch The Real World because I was like, I just want to watch cheap porn.
Big Brother.
Big Brother. Oh yeah, that's real cheap.
I remember I saw that when it was out in the 90s. I was
Get it over with.
Survivor.
Oh yeah, I think anything that was just sex, it sells.
Naked and Afraid.
We've all watched The Price is Right.
Right? I used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, that came back.
Also, The Weakest Link.
That came back.
That lady was good.
Good. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that does answer our question of the day.
We all watch trash at
No,
one
I mean,
point,
but the whole budget TV shows. I mean, TV networks. Do they need to pump?
What do you think?
A good budget for me. I mean, since it's kind of hard because I was thinking about it, I was watching, yet I noticed streaming services are taking shows that they already have and they're I think that sell. Like you see Family Guy, you see Rick and Morty, you see them everywhere.
Yeah.
Like even AMC, even cable. Basically, don't forget about also cable does that too. And cable does a good job too. They have good shows. AMC dropped Breaking Bad. Sometimes some cable. I always believe that if you put a little much budget in here, you get good. I mean, obviously the fandom. I mean, whoever's passionate about this, but you also make people.
You still need money.
Yeah,
you still need money to make it look good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you do need.
Didn't I say that?
Well, yeah, cable, but I made it look nicer. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Give me all your information. I'll juice it to Carlos. No, but but it's hard because like streaming networks are just taking it now, and it's just like, well, are they just kind of just like setting up? It's like, all right, make more money for us over here, and then we'll just keep all the trash.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think you see everything on every streaming service that they got, so it's very hard. It's very hard to say, but it helps out sometimes. Some shows do get like I'm assuming Family Guy. How many times it got canceled? It got canceled one time or a couple times.
Three times.
And then it picked up its budget. I'm assuming they're like, oh no, people are watching this here, and then obviously it became a thing, and then it keeps going. And The Simpsons, their budget picked up. It looks cleaner, slicker, and stuff like that. You notice it.
Futuristic.
You know when you get a budget when you look nicer. Even South Park made fun of it. Like when they went to the 4th grade.
Oh yeah.
Like they did the 3D animation. Like bigger. They even made fun of it. It's like bigger explosions.
That one episode where they go back and redo the first episode is like, we always intended to have at walkers and tauntauns skeletons in the back, but we just didn't have the budget for it. And now they CGI it.
Oh yeah, even the original episode I think has been CGI'd, like in some parts.
Yeah, that they redid it. With
and I'm just like, what a crock. Yeah. I mean, I like it, but still would like to watch the rainier, shitty version of it.
It has its charm. There was a reason people watched it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's a good thing when TVs put budget. I mean, like I said, it happens where if you have the passion, you could make this Toad into a prince, right? Type of corniness. But I mean, it's hard. It's hard to. You bring a good point where not fandom, but the passion is there, and you could stick with a couple of pennies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like shows that didn't get Game of Thrones. I know you brought this up that. I even looked at the numbers. Game of Thrones the seasons they rose the numbers. It took a while. It didn't take a while, but it took like three seasons to just just keep raising up. So, I mean, it's hard. It's one of those things. I want them to keep. I mean, like you said, you kind of want regular TV shows where it's affordable. Where it's not even affordable. You could just basically put an antenna. You want to see good, decent stuff there.
You gotta also take into account that TV directors and producers, they're gonna get more stuff to work with in terms of technology.
Yeah.
Like like you said, with Game of Thrones, HBO's practice run for Game of Thrones was the miniseries Rome. Mm-hmm. And a lot of stuff that Rome did that they weren't able to do, they were able to do in Game of Thrones cheaper because CGI had advanced, technology had advanced, more techniques, new technology had advanced. So, we also have to remember what directors are going to have, what toys are they going to have in 10 years.
Yeah.
Drones let us have new camera angles, which previously we would have never even dreamed of.
Go look at The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're not even using green screen anymore. They're just using one big ass screen, and that's your.
Oh yeah, it's like a weird
Yeah, it's like not a matte thing, but it's kind of the similar to what they used to do, where they used to have like a landscape in the back.
They went backwards.
Yeah, they went backwards. Yeah, but they refined a technology that now works. It's like before you weren't able to do that, but now it's like they have new toys to play with.
Like the car kept passes the same McDonald's every screen.
Okay, now here's a good one. Then, what about networks turning into streaming services? What do you guys think about that? I mean, this kind of goes into.
Well, that's where I was going there earlier.
Okay, where are you going?
Fox is going to throw out their own streaming network, and you're not going to see.
Well, CBS is kind of like an example of a network, right? That just went on its own, right? Because you can't really say Disney, Hulu, and then came out of like a channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't say, we'll be back with Disney Plus. What was it called? Disney Channel? Disney Channel. You can't say Disney Channel was literally, this is all. Disney came out of Disney's butthole.
Yeah.
But like CBS is
Fox, all these guys are throwing out their own streaming service where eventually they're going to be doing what CBS is doing. You want to see the Twilight Zone? Get the app.
Yeah. But how do you guys feel about that? I mean, Cruz, how do you feel about a network becoming a streaming service? Is it enough?
Get Hulu if you wanna.
No, but is it enough for some? Yeah, well, get Hulu, right? So it's not enough, right?
Yeah, it's like you want to watch. Let's say, what was my favorite show on Fox? Lethal Weapon. If you want to see Lethal Weapon, get Hulu.
Yeah.
They have the show there. Mm-hmm. Just watch it there.
How about you, Carlos? What do you think?
I think Cruz is right. Channels are gonna do that. Like are gonna try it. You're gonna start seeing ABC streaming, NBC streaming. UPN streaming.
I don't know about ABC. ABC is Disney, right?
Yeah.
But you're right still.
But I think anybody who has
See UPN?
I know, yeah.
Right, 13.
Thank you for catching that.
Oh yeah, I was like, what the hell?
PBS.
Oh yeah.
But anybody who hasn't done it already is too late to the party.
Yeah.
It's too late. You can't get into it.
It's a big race.
With like I said, there's like 20 streaming networks right now. What we need now, we need the Ted Turner of streaming. Because Ted Turner back in the 80s, he basically consolidated all the cartoon rights and created Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
We need that. We need a consolidation. Someone needs to go out and start buying everything. We need to consolidate. We need to have it down to 5 or 3 streaming services.
I'm pretty sure Hulu's gonna go down sooner or later. It's just gonna become Disney.
Oh yeah, like the big ones are gonna start eating the little ones.
You think Disney's doing that already, right?
Oh
ESPN, because ESPN technically tried to do their own streaming service with you could buy all these sport channels.
Here's my prediction. It's gonna come down to Netflix, Disney, and HBO. They're gonna eat all the little ones, and it's gonna be down to those three.
Oh man, but what about Apple? Apple Plus, Apple.
Orange is gonna eat them, and it's gonna be like Viacom and the other. It's gonna be the big three.
So we're going backwards again.
It's a natural progress of the free market. Yes. It happens, you know. There was remember when like iPods came out and suddenly there were like 20 different other devices.
Actually, no, Zoom.
Yeah, Zune, and now
Microsoft came.
And then there was it. They all ate each other. We weeded out the weak.
And then Apple was the last one.
The last one standing.
No matter what everybody says, Apple survived the.
You don't see a Sony.
Well, I mean, you see things like old-fashioned on TV, but you know Apple won that war.
It's the way it works. It's a pyramid of progress of capitalism. Yeah. It's gonna.
Okay, what's your bet on who's gonna win that then? I mean, just a prediction.
Oh yeah,
out of the three.
Netflix.
No, I know. But
HBO and I think it's gonna. I think we're gonna have like a good.
I think HBO could outlive maybe Disney because HBO has Warner Brothers. I mean. And Netflix, I think it's its own entity where it's consumed a lot of things.
I think the big word is going to be between Disney and HBO. Why? Marvel and DC.
Oh, okay. Cruz is
it's true. You gotta also remember what they're gonna eat.
True.
I mean, HBO might swallow Hulu and get those resources because you have to remember everything they eat. Those are more guns to point at your enemy.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be between those three, and we're gonna have a few decades where those are the big three.
Prices going up? Are you gonna say
it should be $20?
You gonna hear that?
I think so, but you know, I would rather pay $20-$30 for one streaming with almost everything than $10 for everything.
How do you feel about advertisement too? Advertising takes a lot of toll on a lot of places. A lot of networks do not have. I mean, some streaming services do not have advertising.
I hate advertisements.
That's really that's something I can't predict because right now a lot of their money's coming from
Hulu is taking advantage of that. Hulu is probably the only. Do you think they're doing that because they're struggling or they're just not serving?
I think it's because they're struggling. Because right now times are booming with the pandemic.
If you get the more expensive Hulu,
well, that's what I'm saying. You're paying more, obviously, but
you don't get. The
some apps are still the prices that they were given.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say, oh, I'm not going to give you advertisement while the money's coming in.
Yeah.
But what happens when that money stops? Because the money's coming in because everybody's at home.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when everybody comes to work in a year or two, 2 years from now, 5 years from now?
Yeah.
They might be like, you know what? Our the green isn't coming in as it was in 2020. Maybe we should start a few advertisements. Start one here, one there. A few years from now, it's just like TV.
Oh, look at YouTube. You could make a mockery out of it.
Exactly.
YouTube is
Remember when it was just one?
Now
and then it was two.
Now you can't even skip them because they're like, oh, it's gonna end in 5 seconds.
Wait till the second
your
video.
5 seconds is longer than their their
And then sometimes their ads just go inside with each other.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're getting rated pressure right now. Oh, Carvana ended, but here's Applebee's.
I like the survey ones. If they keep giving me survey ones, that's easier.
Yeah.
The survey ones answer it. Okay, boop, boop,
bye.
Like if that's the case, I would do that. I'd rather do a survey.
Exactly. But remember how it started with just one, and then it snowballed.
I did.
These streaming services could be like, oh, we're just gonna start with one, and then 10 years from then, fudge. Just let me watch The Mandalorian season 8.
Right, that's terrible.
The biggest snowball is no snowball at all.
Oh yes. Well, folks, I hope this answered some of our good question, right? I mean, it got through some of it. It answered that sometimes passion is greater than budget, you know.
Yeah.
And then sometimes advertisements are a little questioning, and then sometimes budget does help out a little bit. So, final thoughts, Cruz. Do you feel like the budget matters? No. How about you, Carlos? No?
Nah, this day and age, no.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with these two dudes because they changed my mind in some ways, and like I said, I changed my mind watching some of the streaming stuff and
sticking to Disney.
Sticking to Disney. So yeah, I think nowadays I guess networks are they're gonna be, what do you say, extinct?
Give it a few years.
You know, I find it funny. So for someone who keeps saying he's for the Rebel Alliance, he always sides with the Empire.
All the time.
All the time, man.
Damn.
I choose
All right, folks. I hope you enjoy this this sliced economic question.
Our first try at economics.
No, we've done this before. I think we did it with why superheroes.
That wasn't economic.
It was budget money. Remember?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You should watch it too. I will make sure I put that on the
Little square.
A little square. You guys want to watch a little cheap advertisement right there.
So now, politics.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Hope this. Oh, if you have any questions, if you guys have comments and stuff, what you guys think about networks putting in budgets into shows, making them maybe better, competing in the streaming wars. Have your thoughts. Subscribe if you want to. I mean, it'd be nice to show that you really care. Are you really watching?
Follow
Are you
us.
Bots?
Answer those questions on Instagram.
Like or dislike. It's cool, man. We don't mind. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed your day. Whatever. Bye. Stupid dog barking.